What's up, Urban? I'm heading to the last stronghold in this coronavirus battle. That would be Alabama. It's hard to believe that Alabama would be the damn stronghold. No, I don't have it, that's for sure. At least I hope I don't. Who knows? Hell, I may have it. In fact, I was talking to somebody earlier. The town I'm fixing to pass through, they're doing like we are. Everybody's closing schools until April. And when somebody was telling me that, apparently, now you know how people talk trash, but apparently one of the teachers so-called has it, and they're supposed to be deconning the area of the school over there. But the way I look at it is, if it's not listed on the public health website, I'm not listening to it. I do know that I instructed my guy to buy. We got 150 surgical masks, and we got a shitload of gowns. But I told him, I said, just buy whatever they got. Call up to the vendors and buy whatever they got, and we'll justify it as a pandemic. So I'm hoping he'll get me about another 500-600 masks. But yeah, would you believe that Alabama's the only, I think there's a few, maybe one or two Midwest way up there though, towards the Canadian border. I think Montana may be one of them that doesn't have a case yet. But Alabama down south, Alabama's the only one that don't have it. And I understand why, because not knocking everybody from Alabama, but the IQ over there, and I think the stipulation is you got to have more than one tooth. So that knocks Alabama out. That's where I'm headed now anyway. I got to make a stop over here at a uniform place, but then I'm going to check see if they got any Donruss. What's up, Blood X? But I know it's starting to creep in a lot faster than we anticipated. Every time you turn around now, there's one getting closer. In fact, one of my guys, the one I always talk about, Urban, he was supposed to be going with me over here, and he told me, he said, asked him, was he going? He said, no, I had to send one of my girls home. She was sick. I said, what you mean you had to send somebody home? And said she had a sore throat. I said, well, dude, did you kind of report that to the locals here? Because that's one of the signs. And he said she had been out all week. I was like, well, you should have left her ass at home. So now I told him, I said, we need to make a note of that, and kind of, just in case something does transpire, we know where it kind of came from. And then one of the law enforcement's, I know they've got a deputy that's in the hospital, but I don't think it's related to that. But you never know these days. What's going on, Chapins? You know what's even scarier is when you eat out. And I know, Urban, you eat out all the damn time. I just don't like to have to go to emergency call meetings at 8:30 at night. So you tell me there's got to be something more to it when they start calling meetings that late. That interrupts my sleep time. So yeah, I'm gonna head over here, see if I can't find some of that new Donruss. They're out of toilet paper, so I'm gonna try to see if I can't find some of that and use it. But yeah, it is a pretty day out. You wouldn't think that this COVID-19 is creeping up on everybody, especially the way it looks outside. Got to get me something to eat, but damn, that makes you wonder if you should even go. Yeah, I'm hungry too, but man, I don't know if I want to go through the. Especially, you don't know what these folks got anymore. I mean, it makes you think. I imagine half of them don't even wipe their hands when they go take a crap. But anyway, what's more dangerous? A Walmart shopping cart, touching a buggy, a Walmart buggy, or this virus? Yeah, that's probably where it originated from, to be honest with you. But I went there yesterday, Urban. I don't know if I told you. I went there last night just to see what they had, and our entire, now we're in South Georgia, but I mean, I can't say that we're immune to it because we got it down here now. But from one end of the shelf, or one end of the aisle, all the way to the end of the aisle, bare. No toilet paper. Well, I take that back. We found two 6-packs that were on the top shelf, but other than that, bare, all the way from one end to the other. But to be honest with you, all these nasty ass people down here, the damn deodorant aisle was slam full. That should have been empty. They was to do their damn get their hygiene up better. You working today, Urban? Let's see what it just popped up. They canceled the golf tournaments, it looked like. So I wonder how much money in 1 week's time that this virus is costing them. Because I know a NASCAR race, hell, they make well over $1 million. Then you got the UFC event. That's probably, I don't know if they make $1 million on one of these small events, but it's over in Brazil. But yeah, that's still $500,000. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I understand that there's two sides of this story. There's a side that says, this is just like the common cold or the common flu. Then you got the other half says you better be worried. Well, I can't see that them losing billions of dollars just for the common flu when you know as well as I did back when H1N1 came through, 2009, nobody canceled a thing. Nobody cancels anything for the common flu, but yet they're willing to cancel billions of dollars worth. It's something just not right. And of course, they don't tell you everything you need to know. So there's a little hospital right here. I don't know. I hadn't heard anything out of it. I know ours is taking a lot of precautions. you know, that's gonna mess up. That's gonna mess up the school, because you know, closing the schools for, it probably was, this town got devastated by the hurricane. It's the town that's right south of us. I mean, it got devastated. They're not recovered from that yet. So, and I know, you know, with you think about it, with you having to, well, you got a daughter. If they had to cancel school and both of y'all worked and you didn't have the opportunity to be able to take off, well, then you got to think, if they close the schools, they're going to close the daycares, and then so how are you going to you know, have your daughter looked after? So somebody's got to stay out of work. So this I think this is going to be pretty devastating as well, especially if it goes on. I mean, I know during the hurricane, I think we closed it for, I think our schools was closed for about 3 weeks. So this is going to basically be just like another hurricane to us. Should stop into that Walgreens, but I know what kind of cars they got over there, so I'm not going to stop. School's down to the left here. I ain't gonna go by there neither. But I'm gonna try to do I may try to do a card video today. Well, like I said, I was able to pick up that 110. They had the other one. They had the Judge. They had the Bellinger. You know, they had that one Trout, so I think I got, what, 4 of the 6 now. I'm missing the Betts and the Guerrero. So I'm probably going to open up the 10s today, because I've got 2 Judges, 2 Bellingers, and 2 Alonzos. What's going on, Dragon? So that's, I know I got those, but I'm probably gonna break those, because I'm trying to get if I get a whole set, I'm gonna keep the set and then put it up. And then the rest of them I'm gonna go ahead and open. What's going on, Dave? We're just evacuating from this coronavirus. We're going to the front line, Alabama, where they don't have a case. But yes, yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. Is I'm hoping if I go over here, they're gonna at least have the Donruss. Well, I tell you what, I had to go to an emergency meeting last night at 8:30 in my, and I'm not even part of the damn city, but they demanded I come over from the county. So we had our commissioners, we had the sheriff, we had me from emergency services, and we had a, let's see, he used to be a professor for Florida State University, but he's like an epidemiologist, and he does this stuff. He's got a PhD, and he was giving us some information that I don't think that I was telling Urban last night, I don't think that the common people know some of the stuff that he was telling. So it's, I think it's going to be rough out there. In fact, I know he was saying that there's one case of a guy in Seattle that's had it for 3 weeks. No, what was it? 6 weeks solid. And he still got it. They don't know when he got it, but they've been tracking him for 6 weeks. So that tells you how long does it actually last. You know. Yeah, up there in Boston, Dave, I heard that he was telling us last night that in Boston, it spread so fast that one person up there somewhere spread it to like 70 people. They tracked it down to one person, gave it to 70 people. So that's what makes me nervous, because, you know, I was telling before you got on, one of my my cohorts, he had to send one of his girls home because she had been out all week and came back and had a sore throat. And I told him he was a dumbass for letting her come back, because that's the classic sign right there. But the closest that I can relay is about 2 cases about 45 miles from us. But we do know that there was a positive case that came through and stopped in our county, and then went back to another county that he came down from Atlanta. Anyway, he had a cardiac arrest. They picked him up by the other county ambulance, took him to Albany, where that was a confirmed case. So he did put footprints in our county. Now, whether we have anything or not, I know I've heard about the 2 counties, us and another county next to us, but it's not confirmed. So I'm fixing to hole up at the house shortly, and I'm not gonna go as far as to say it's gonna be Walking Dead 2.0, but you just never know. I think there's more out there they're not telling everybody. That, you know, because like I say, this guy opened our eyes last night, and he's on the more. He's like, I'm just coming around to everybody saying, you know, I hear everybody, and him and his wife are both very high up PhDs, and he was like saying, you know, you hear them saying, well, this is just like the common flu. The common flus kill more people. But he was like, I'm telling you that he's been around the world. He's contracted all these different viruses. And I think this guy knows what he's talking about. And he was like, you don't need to sit back. You need to go ahead and be proactive. You need to cancel schools. You need to ban events. You need to close down anything you can with 20 people or more. They were even talking about, and this guy's very religious, because I know his mom and dad. He was talking about, you need to even think about closing down churches. He said, I'll create YouTube pages for all your churches where they can upload their own sermon and go from there. So I have a feeling there's something more out there than we know. And it seems like every day I get more information. I just hope I don't get it when it hits the fan, you know. So it is what it is. But I'm just really worried. I'm not really worried, but I'm really puzzled why Alabama does not have the first case. Now, are they not reporting it? Are they covering anything up, or what? Because they have like UAB, which is the University of Birmingham. It's like one of the largest hospitals down here in the South. And I don't understand why that state has 0, but every state around it has cases. You know, my personal opinion is, if you have a case and you hide it, you know, just so you don't want to be looked at as oh we got one, then I think that you're when it all said and done, whoever hides it needs to be prosecuted. Yeah, I think I was telling Urban, I looked at the map. Alabama doesn't have a case, and I don't know if it may be North and South Dakota, or Montana and North Dakota. I think they're side by side, but those two, and maybe 1 or 2 small states up in the Northeast doesn't have it. But I know we had our first death, which technically, I don't know why they're not counting that one that the other county transferred, and then they transferred to Atlanta as a death. Unless he didn't die from it. I don't know. But anyway, I know there's one confirmed death. That was in Atlanta. And I understand why they're closing out last night, that the kids are basically the carriers of it. Their body is still learning how to deal with stuff, so it learns how to deal with the coronaviruses. I guess he called them Norval viruses or something like that, what he called it. So it's kind of weird, but I'm just afraid that, you know, guys, I mean, think about it. You don't live by the hurricanes, but I see every year hurricanes are getting worse and worse. Now it looks like every year you've got these diseases are getting worse and worse. Pretty soon we ain't gonna be able to do a dang thing. I'm gonna go look and see. I'm curious to see if the Walmarts in Alabama has hand sanitizer, since how they don't have any cases, or is all those people going nuts too? But I know I need to buy some those infrared thermometers for my ambulances, so the guys don't have to touch them. They just shoot it on their head, get a temperature. I don't know how accurate those are, but what's going on, Rana boys? But I know I got to get those. I hope you're doing well and surviving the coronavirus. Told him I'm heading over here to see. Up there at work, we're short of toilet paper, so I'm going to look for some of those Donruss baseball cards so we can use those. All right, so we fit to cross over into Alabama, so I'll be in the safe zone for a little while. Like I said, that's sad when you say Alabama's the safe zone. Because any one of these cars could be taking it over there. Yeah, but I can't come up there and get none of that stuff up there where you are. I'm surprised you got it all. I figured everybody would buy it. Because I know, hell, I've been making my own sanitizer. It's been so bad here. And I mean, we're other than Florida, we're as south as you can get. And it's gone. Everything's gone. All right, take care, Urban. I'm not going to be on much longer. I'm just going to try to make it through. But yeah, it's starting to hit us pretty hard down here. Every time I read the report, there's more and more. It's just spreading and spreading. So just got to deal with it. But we are in Alabama, and as of right now, they are the safe zone. They're the only state in this area that doesn't have a case. But I'm actually just going over here to really look for some cards. I've been looking for some Donruss because I hadn't been able to get any. And I just wanted a pack or two, and I'm gonna look for, I'm missing 2 10s. I'm missing the Mookie Betts 10 and the Guerrero 10, and I'm gonna go to a big Walmart over here in Alabama. Maybe I can pick some of them up there. Yeah, we're pretty normal here. It's just we're just now starting to feel it. I don't remember how many cases. I think we're up to, don't quote me, but I think 31 was the last number I heard. And it may have gone up since then, but I think at some point in time, I was reading the damn, I was researching an H1N1 to see how close it was to this. And they said that when it had its run, it infected like 61 million people, and 12,000 and some change died from it. So that's just makes you wonder, damn, you know. Ain't no telling what you go out to the woods and kick over a damn stump. Ain't no telling what you're liable to damn unleash on the world. But anyway, I'm gonna probably get off here. I got to make some phone calls. I just hadn't been able. I've been so tied up with real life work and working on a helicopter base and doing the software that me and Urban was doing. I hadn't been able to put out videos lately, so I'm gonna try to get back to doing. I know I'm gonna do one this weekend and try to get back to doing them pretty regularly. I don't know how this pandemic's gonna play out, but anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for joining, and I'll hit y'all streams up in a little bit.